Sanara Adonai Susani, Ninhadi Hala, Hagonara, Tunhugar Hala, Sanahdi Hana, Amen. Amen, amen. I say to you truly, I tell you, I am the egg. Who comes out first for the last to follow? And for mother to comes first, for I to obey. The first and the last and the unknown. You know? So for my mother to be also in this end, unseen but seen. Seen but cannot be grasped nor cannot be seen. Meaning to say, she is Holy Spirit. The father and the mother, while the father is above there, my mother is the one who nurtured me in spirit, teaching me as gods as conservatives. You cannot go direct to them. Just I cannot go direct to my king. Why? We're getting what you call ma'ed. So, we have to be hidden by one another until it's time. You know, this is the traditional in the beginning. You know, you cannot be seen by the man you're going to be newlywed. You know, newlywed. I won't even say the word that, you know, because we are already in the beginning. You know, like what God has put together, no one can separate. I become betrothed to him for this end, you know. As in the beginning, spiritually, we were to get Elohim Raphael, you know. So what comes out first is, of course, the egg. To deliver thyself. You know, to deliver thyself is the symbol of to deliver thyself. You know, because the egg is like the egg's race. You know, the eggs does not need anything to warm itself. It's just need a sun, something where it can be overshadowed, you know. You can place it in your hands to get the heat, you know, as it needs a heat. It's like experimenting egg inside of the egg, what you call it? There is an egg, now you can find this, experimenting in the egg incubator. You know, you can do that now, incubator. You know, all that has symbol for me. Why it's all around you, even the cell phones, it's all around you. For me to distinguish why we made this in the spirit. You know, like the phone, we made this in the spirit for me in this end, so that the world cannot be neglected. You know? As the Holy Spirit in the beginning, the whom you called apostles, was offered, you know, offered as the kings, you know, the kings to deliver the man whom you have tried to, you know, humans tried to kill. But he cannot be, for he is I and I am him. That is why to secure things out, they become my names. You know? That is how a young person stay on the path of purity. Egg. You know? The egg can keep a young person stay on the path of purity. You see the egg? It is white. It's symbol of the baby. It is the baby is still like, you see, like a feather. It's floating. As a child, the egg cannot be seen. You know? You see the egg. You see the egg, the albumen of the egg, you cannot touch it. Even you cannot even scoop it if you don't try hard. It's the symbol of the God. You know, it's the symbol of the God. You cannot scoop. You cannot scope or you cannot fathom how she worked. Women, I say she because it's too dangerous to you know. I made let's say this. I made a figure of speech. Albumen is the egg yolk. You know, it is too of what you say, I am. It's like when I say I am, when I say I am that, whom you cannot scoop. It's like I'm bleeding and my spirit knows. You know, I'm bleeding and my spirit knows. Why, humans? Because the egg was first the head. You know, the egg. It's like a symbol of your fetus, the baby. You know, the fetus. First, it starts with a dot. First, it starts with a dot. For that becomes veins, and then it becomes heart. I stated this in the record before. It's like a dot, which is, you know, when when your parents bunk up, say that. And then when it's her time, because usually the woman gets pregnant at the time before her menstruation days and after, you know. And with that, humans, they get the dot of the albumen. You know, when your father started to have the albumen, that's when the mother is also starting the embryo. You know, that's when also the mother starting the embryo. It's the symbol of the mosquitoes. You know, mosquitoes. Try this. In the can, place water in it. And then, leave the can outside for overnight. Within few days, it will start with algae or dirt. You know, it starts with dirt. After that, leave it for more time. Make sure it is a big place where you will place water. And then, you will wonder why mosquito started to, to move in there. You know, mosquito also started from the egg. The dot started like a dot, small, like a mole, you know, like a very, very small mole, a black sun dust. And then, over time, it will grow, it will grow, it will grow. Then after that, you will see there are no more. Why? There's a lot more become flying around you. You see? The egg comes first, for it is the symbol of the spirits that can be seen but cannot be seen, for immortal cannot be touched humanity. As every time the humanity in the beginning, you know, in the beginning was like this. The humans was still adheres, following, which is, they are like first innocents, because in this end there's no more innocence in this end. Do you think babies are innocent? They are all awakened. They even know how to bunk up. You know? You get that, humans? Children knows this already. At 12 years old, they already know how to make babies. So, as child is starting from 8 years old. You know, 8 years old. It's the symbol of the mosquitoes. 7 days, surely there is egg already of mosquitoes in it. It's the symbol of females. Days before its menstruation, when she get bunked up, she will get pregnant or after then. You know? If it's time processing. You know? As humans, in the beginning, you were made from silica. You know, silica, the atom. The atom is cell walls. You know, cell walls, which is single-celled algae. You know, single-celled algae. That's when the world was. After it becomes water and water we saw flesh. That's when we made Adam. Adam as an embryo and Eve as an egg. You know? As an egg, as it's called the atoms. Patterns of silicas. To be unicellular algae. You know? Unicellular algae, which since the earth become waters, new species are being discovered on earth. And that's when I started thinking making flesh so that my brothers and sisters won't go far away. Why? As a souls like Casper, wherever they are, they want to bunk up, they leave their stem cells. You know? They leave their stem cells is what you call the it's what you call the inner membrane. You know? Like an egg white. Inner membrane. So with that, I used it as the Holy Spirit of the cages, where I plant, the babies in the uterus. There is like a translucent barrier that tucks them, that covers them, protects them from their layers. That is how I made the babies in spirit. You know? That's how I made the babies in spirit. And with that is with their flames. You know, with their flames. It's like cooking their own pot through by the heat. You know? As making the bird or what you call dove is the same thing. You know? Inside of the egg until it becomes the serpents. You know? Translucent barriers for the membranes. So the eggs comes first. Through by the rays of Amitabha who was on earth, which is who was on earth, she was then springs, you know, who was on earth as heat for her to look after my flesh. You get it, humans? There's many things why all this happens for us to have a temple. As in the beginning, my brothers and sisters are always being tossed here and there and everywhere. They get like they hold their hands so that they won't be separated. But over time, they cannot go back to the heaven because they touch the entities of the earth. We cannot go back right away, so we soon as we feel on earth, we stayed on fire for us to become more and more and more and more stronger. Papa. You know, for us to become more stronger so that the wind cannot overtake the souls wherever the wind blows. You know, it is the reason of making humans because we don't like to waste anything. We do not like to waste anything. Like I said to you in my record before, I don't like wasting anything, you know. And the only thing why there's another reason also why I do not keep Money, you know, which I can only tell you that it is In, you know, it's like preparing for your own death. And I'll tell you more about the let the dead bury the dead, which is stated in your book also, what it truly means. So the eggs comes first as symbol of the mosquito and the water with nothing but through by the cold. You know, with nothing. I will just say through with nothing. And with that the mosquito, like this. You save the water and then you want if you don't change it, the mosquito will start the albumen. You know? Albumen. 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 And then after that, they'll start it with wings. And then they'll fly. You notice that. And that's a symbol of the hen. The eggs comes first and then the hen. Processing 7 days. To keep its purity as it only can make humans anger. You know, they cannot catch it unless you have a bat.